Once, there was a peddler who sold caps. But he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had on his own check cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and then on the very top, a bunch of red caps. There's the red caps. He walked up and down the street, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his cap. As he went along, he called, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street, calling, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody even wanted a red cap. Those are the caps. Good more caps. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said. And he walked out of town, slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," he thought. He sat down very slowly under the tree, leaning back little by little against the trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put his hand up to feel if they were straight. First he checked his own cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. And he slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked behind him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. And then he looked up in the tree, and what do you think he saw? Monkeys! On every branch sat a monkey, and on every monkey was a gray, a brown, a blue, or a red cap. The peddler looked at the monkey, and the monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. He said, "You monkeys, you," shaking a finger at them, "you give back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers and said, This. This made the peddler angry. Yeah, he's angry. So he shook both hands and said, "You monkeys, you give back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their hands back at him and said, Tisk. Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and said, "You monkeys, you give back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet and said, Tisk. This time the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both of his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, what did the monkeys say? That's what they would do. Say, "Tss, tss, tss." At last he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap and threw it on the ground and began to walk away. Oh no, he's walking away without a cap. But then each monkey pulled off his cap. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying out of the tree. Yep, those are the caps flying out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his cap and put them back on his head. First his own check cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, he walked back into town, calling, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" The end. Monkeys! Say, "You monkeys, you! Give back my caps!" This. That's what the monkey said. The monkey said, "Tss, tss, tss." And they shook both hands and he said, "You monkeys, you!"
The end.
The end.